Good morning, esteemed judges and audience. First thing first, let me ask you this. If trust, understanding, and shared experience are the pillars of strong relationships, why abandon them when they already exist in past connection? Why start a new one when second chance offers the possibility of something even stronger? My name is NURUL, AFRINA, BINTI AZIZAN, and today I'm standing with the affirmative team. Rekindling a past relationship allows us to build on a foundation of shared history and approach it with the growth and wisdom gained over time. Today, my team will show why revisiting the past is often the key to a deeper, more enduring connection. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you to argue the immense value of shared history and understanding in past relationships. Unlike a new connection, which starts from scratch, rekindled relationships benefit from a foundation of familiarity, emotional depth, and trust that simply cannot be replicated overnight. First, shared history creates a deeper emotional bond. Having already navigated life's ups and downs together, couples and rekindled relationships possess an emotional reservoir to grow from. Take, for example, Elliot and Captain Wentworth from Jane Austen's Persuasion. Their shared understanding of each other's values and passion developed during their earlier romance become the backdrop of a stronger, more mature connection when they reunited. Next, there is the power of communication and conflict resolution. Knowing each other's emotional triggers and communication styles help couples address issues effectively. Let's take Noah and Ellie from the movie The Notebook as our example. The unsolved emotional and misunderstanding from their past quickly resolved once they reunited again as adults. They engage in honest, heartfelt conversation about what happened and express their lingering feelings for each other. This openness allows them to acknowledge the mistakes and external influences that tore them apart and to address their issues with maturity. Additionally, shared memories and experience bring warmth and nostalgia to rekindle relationship. These moments act as anchors, reminding couples of their good times and encouraging them to rebuild. In the movie The Vow, the husband's determination to restore their bond after his wife's amnesia highlights how irreplaceable shared experiences are to relationship foundation. Thank you.
Good morning, judges and fellow debaters. I am Filzah, and today we stand firmly against the idea that rekindling a past relationship is better than starting a new one. Life-like relationships move forward, not backward. And it's only by embracing that momentum that we can truly grow. The importance of moving forward cannot be overstated. Every ending marks a new beginning, and by embracing change, we allow ourselves to grow and evolve. When one door closes, another door opens. Past relationships often end due to deep-rooted issues like unresolved conflict, incompatible goals, or emotional wounds. Revisiting them risks reopening old wounds, dragging those same problems into the present, and preventing us from reaching our full potential. On the other hand, new relationship not only offers the chance to begin afresh, but also provide opportunities to discover parts of ourselves that we may not have known existed. They challenge us to expose ourselves to the perspective that allows us to grow. As the saying goes, a new chapter cannot begin if you keep rereading the last one. Starting anew empowers us to create something stronger, something more meaningful and unburdened by the mistake of the past. I agree to disagree with your point. Yes, familiarity can create comfort, but it can also lead to complacency. where partners overlook unresolved issues instead of truly addressing them. A familiar past doesn't guarantee a healthy future. Sometimes it blinds us to the need for future growth and change. While familiarity feels safe, new relationships encourage personal growth and development by introducing fresh experiences and perspectives that can lead to stronger and more fulfilling connections. So, ask yourself, why cling to something that broke you when the future offers the chance to be whole again? Why settle for a lifetime that's stuck in reverse when you can move forward and thrive? That's all for me.
Good morning, everyone. As what the opponent team has mentioned earlier, moving forward allows personal growth and new beginnings, while rekindling past relationships, risking reopening old ones. In my opinion, personal growth does not depend on starting fresh with someone new. Growth often happens individually, and reconnecting with past partner allows both individuals to bring their improved selves into the relationship. And she also stated that rekindling past relationships risk reopening old wounds. I respect your opinion, but I disagree with that because reopening wounds doesn't always lead to harm. This assumes that all past relationships ended in irreparable damage. However, many relationships fail due to misunderstanding, immaturity, or poor timing, not because of their fundamental incompatibility. However, many relationships fail due to misunderstanding, immaturity, or poor timing, not because of fundamental incompatibility. With that, today, I, NURUL binti SHAM, stand with the affirmative team to argue that rekindling past relationships can lead to deeper, more fulfilling connections, and thanks to the personal growth and maturity. First, I like to emphasize that the personal growth enhances compatibility. Time apart gives individuals the chance to reflect, mature, and develop better communication skills. This ensures that when they reconnect, they are not only bringing their shared past but also new emotional tools to strengthen the relationships. Because sometimes we will only appreciate someone after we lost them. And so the time apart will make them rethink their mistakes and focus on what to improve instead of blaming their past relationships. For example, in my recently watched K-drama, Mr. Plankton, the main character, Heju's honest communication about his vulnerabilities after personal struggles highlights how maturity strengthens relationships, and apparently it works. And besides that, separation often brings clarity about priorities and feelings. Maturity allows individuals to better understand their own emotions and articulate them, fostering deeper emotional connections. As mentioned earlier, shared history becomes a valuable foundation, and communication ensures that the relationship is rebuilt on trust and understanding. As seen in Jane Austen's Persuasion and Iliad and Captain Wentworth, reconcile after years apart because they grew as individuals and learned to communicate openly. Their shared history combined with personal growth made their renewed connection even stronger. And my last point would be maturity reduces the risk of repeating past mistakes. With better communication, partners can openly address past issues and work together. And with better communication, they also will work together without offending anyone. And because based on my personal experience, a relationship will only last stronger and last long if you will be transparent to each other without hurting anyone, and that honesty will correct their mistakes and reduce the possibility of making the same mistakes again. And for evidence, we can see a study from Family Process found that couples who reconcile with improved communication are better equipped to handle challenges and build a healthier relationship. Therefore, we believe that rekindling relationships after growth and reflection can lead to lasting and meaningful bonds built on maturity and trust without finding a new person, because you will keep finding the same person in everyone. And for me, starting a new relationship with a new person isn't a choice. You will keep repeating the same cycle even with a new person if you don't change the way you think, because sometimes it's the right person but we just met in the wrong time. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good morning to all. I am MARISYA AYUNI MARZURI. In response to my opponent's contention about maturity, I see your point. However, I believe that maturity is not always consistent over time in a relationship. A person might demonstrate high emotional intelligence in certain situations, but react impulsively or immaturely in others, especially during times of stress or conflict. Therefore, there would be unresolved issues. Unresolved issues often linger beneath the surface, even if they appear to have been forgotten during the time apart. These underlying issues, whether related to trust, communication, or compatibility, tend to resurface once the initial excitement of rekindling fades. Furthermore, unresolved conflicts may lead to lingering resentment or doubt, making it difficult to fully rebuild the trust. From research, studies on relationship renewal suggest that unresolved conflicts are a significant predictor of failure in rekindle romances. A study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that couples who reunite often do so without addressing the fundamental problem that led to their breakup. So they are more likely to face recurring conflicts and eventual dissatisfaction. Next, in your third contention, you mentioned that maturity and growth reduces the risk of repeating mistakes. Nevertheless, I see it differently, because repeating negative patterns is a common pitfall when rekindling a past relationship, as both individuals may unconsciously fall back into familiar behavior. As the saying goes, old habits die hard. Meaning that when someone is finding it difficult to change a long-standing pattern of behavior, such as poor communication, mistrust, or neglecting each other's emotional needs, are often deeply ingrained and difficult to change. It is evident, as a study published in Family Relations found that couples who reunited after a breakup often reverted to the same dysfunctional behavior that initially caused their split, such as poor communication and unresolved power struggles. This is illustrating why rekindled relationships frequently face the same challenges as before. Lastly, I would like to pose a question. Is it worth risking emotional damage by trying to revive a failed relationship instead of starting fresh with somebody? So from me.
Thank you, Marisha. I would like to present my main argument, in which my argument is centered around book called Persuasion. So here I'd like to highlight a few things that would lead to a person's rekindle love and how it can fulfill personal fulfillment. Okay, so my first main idea would be ends growth through reflection and regret. So here, in Persuasion, Anne's initial decision to reject Captain Wentworth is due to her influence by Lady Rosal's advice. And years has passed. She regretted the decision of listening to Lady Rosal herself. Her emotional journey reflects her maturity and also her self-awareness. This would further down the road lead to her no longer being the person who is easily persuaded and convinced to do something that is not of her emotional decision. So this personal growth lays the foundation for eventual happiness, in which she chose to be with Wentworth after years of being apart, rekindling their love together. This shows that rekindling love is most fulfilling when it is built on mutual understanding and emotional maturity, devoid of third parties' opinion. So the second argument that I would like to present through the examples from persuasion is the contrast between the characters in persuasion. In persuasion itself, we can have a look at Anne and Wentworth's rekindled love, which is stark in contrast compared to, let's say for example, you have Louisa Musgrove's infatuation with Wentworth, or Mr. Elliot's manipulative courtship of Anne. These relationships, they lack this amount of depth that Anne and Wentworth have throughout the years of being separated and eventually rekindling their love again. So these characterize Anne and Wentworth's bond, in which they have a unique fulfillment that is much different compared to the other characters that are represented. This is because it is based on mutual respect and shared history together. So the third point that will support my argument is Anne's word throughout her expressing love throughout the events. So this famous letter that Wentworth wrote for Anne, which contents "You pierce my soul, I am half agony, half hope." This demonstrates that Wentworth is also longing for the connection to be rekindled with Anne. Right? So this moment encapsulates the fulfillment that comes from expressing Wentworth's long-held emotions for Anne, which was suppressed by Lady Russell early on, in which he persuaded Anne to not be in a relationship with Wentworth. It also affirms Anne's worth, contracting the years she had spent being undervalued and misguided by her family. So, all in all, I present my argument with examples from persuasion in which rekindling a past love can build personal fulfillment for a person. It's all from me.
My name is Filzah binti Syaharuddin. Allow me to counter the pro-team's argument with my perspective on the novel Persuasion. It is true that Anne has grown through reflection and regret, but if they reunite, there's a possibility that they could repeat the same mistakes in the future. As the saying goes, we cannot step into the same river twice because you and the river have changed. In addition, my teammate did mention earlier, rekindling past relationship might cause unconsciously fall back into old patterns of behavior, leading to negative outcomes. This is because, based on the novel, Anne and Wentworth rekindled their love only because of their strong feelings for each other. However, there are possibilities for them to face challenges again in the future. For example, neither of them is brave enough to defend and protect their relationship when others try to persuade them otherwise. If they truly love each other, they should communicate openly about these issues and stand firm in protecting their relationship. This suggests that without effective communication, they may encounter the same problems in the future. One of the biggest obstacles in Anne and Wentworth's relationship is their poor communication. Neither openly discuss their feelings or address the hurt that they have caused each other. Wentworth, for example, usually seems to call Louisa Musgrove as a way to assert that he's moved on, which only adds confusion and misunderstanding. Similarly, Anne never openly confronts Wentworth about her feelings or the reason for their past separation. A truly healthy relationship should be based on clear and honest communication and the fact that their bond is rekindled without resolving dispute issues to suggest that their love isn't as secure as it seems. An unwavering reunion in persuasion may seem romantic, but it's driven more by nostalgia and past regrets than through emotional growth. The issues they face, which are external pressures, poor communication, and unresolved wounds that are never fully addressed, leaving room for them to resurface in the future. It might be more constructive for both to move on separately, building new relationships free from their past. Lastly, I will end my argument with a saying from an English author: don't cling to a mistake just because you spent a long time making it. That's all from me. Thank you.
As we near the end of this debate, let us take a moment to reflect on the strongest points we have made. First, we have demonstrated that moving forward is essential for personal growth. Letting go of the past creates space for new experiences and healthier relationships. Rekindling old flames often means reopening unresolved wounds and repeating the same emotional cycles, trapping us in the past mistakes. New relationships, however, offer the opportunity to build something genuine based on who we are today, not who we were yesterday. Second, starting fresh is not only the more constructive choice, but also the more realistic one. New relationships offer hope, excitement, and opportunity to forge bonds that truly align with our present self. They symbolize progress, a chance to create something lasting and real. Returning to the past is like trying to piece together a broken mirror. It might look fine at first, but the cracks remain, and the mirror is at risk of shattering again. Our approach is not only a logical one, it is empowering. It encourages us to embrace change, to look ahead, and to make the most of endless possibilities that the future offers. Life is about moving forward. As the saying goes, you cannot plow a field just by turning it over in your mind. You must move ahead. Finally, I leave you with this thought. Would you keep pouring effort into a broken car? Or would you find a new one that can hold your dreams and aspirations? The answer is crystal clear. The future is where happiness lies. Let us move forward, embrace new opportunities, and step into the beauty of fresh beginnings. Thank you.
I acknowledge this opponent's point, but pouring effort into a broken cup doesn't necessarily mean your effort is wasted. The broken cup can be fixed, and we will cherish it even more. Our group proved that renewing old bonds creates an emotional groundwork that's impossible to achieve with brand new partnership. In action, it is a chance to reflect on one's own growth and learn from one's mistakes, which can help one form a healthier dynamic going forward. The idea of rekindling a relationship is practical and productive. It recognizes that people may learn and forgive, and it stresses that the need of persevering through difficulties rather than giving up every time things get bad. Why risk losing the depth and genuineness of an old relationship for the unknowns of a new one when genuine connections take time to develop in this world? Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to close my argument with another question. If genuine love is so uncommon and precious, shouldn't we give another shot? Thank you.
Personal growth, and new beginnings. New beginnings. Why? New past relationships harm. This assumes that